It is mid-March, so once again, that means we are out in the desert. We are in Cedar Mesa again this year and getting ready to head out. We got the same crew we had last year, CQ, Steve, and Scott. And this year, we are going to kind of pick up just a little bit of where we left off and actually go down and do most of Lower Grand Gulch. Last year, we got out at Bullet Canyon. This year, we're going to drop in at Sheiks, just a mile or so above Bullet, and take that all the way to Collins Trailhead. I think it's only like 26 miles or something, but there's a bunch of side canyons to explore, so we have 5 days total. Maybe we'll do 4. Today and tomorrow is supposed to be nice, and then Tuesday and Wednesday a little bit cooler, so we'll see how we're going. It's about noon today. We only have 5 miles. Our goal is to get to the junction of Bullet and Grand, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's about 3 to 4 miles down to the green mess, and we're off. We got about 0.3 miles down what's left of this road from where they wanted us to park, and then we'll hook up with Sheiks Canyon. It's not an official trail on the map, but I know there is a trail down here, so about 3 miles, I think, to Grand Gulch. Five-minute walk down the road brought us to the turnoff here, so I haven't checked the map, but I think this should be the way. Even though it's really sunny today, it is pretty chilly. We're probably in the low 40s. Last night we were in low 20s overnight, so it got cold. Hopefully it won't be as bad once we drop down in the canyon. It's usually a little warmer there. We're up on top, but it could be a cold couple nights. Like I said, today and tomorrow is supposed to be sunny though. At the first place where we really crossed over the wash, it got a little confusing. We went straight across the wash first and kind of ran a trail. I ended up going down a little bit farther, see if I could find a way down. Got cliffed off, came back, found a shortcut down. I think it looks at the wash there. If you kind of go down just a little bit, I think there's some Karens there, which the other guys are coming down, so just waiting for them. Just down stream from that first pour over, there's a nice ruin up here on the side. Some of the biggest structures I've actually seen out here, at least from this angle. They're looking really big. Real big. Roof's still intact, which is pretty cool. Got another one there right behind it. Really cool. These are really large. Amazing. The roof's still intact, but we are under a really nice overhang. Now the sun's risen a little higher. It's actually warming up, so it's really pleasant hiking here today. Still a little breezy, probably 50s by now. This one's pretty amazing, built right into that angle of the rock. Way cool. A lot of droppings on the floor in there. It's really cool. You can see how they molded it right here. The curve with the mud and everything. When I talked to the ranger yesterday at the ranger station, we were talking about water. He said this is prime pothole season. He said the springs aren't quite reliable because they haven't been recharged yet. They had a pretty light winter here, so we might be taking advantage of potholes. And what we've seen today so far, there's been a good amount of water in them, so hopefully water's not going to be an issue.
Hey, can you wave to the camera?
Hi!
Oh my god.
See, y'all missed that, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah.
I got it on camera.
Oh, except for the smack in the face at the end. Didn't need that.
Got some interesting plants hanging on the side here. This section's giving us a little bit of fun here after that last pour over. I don't think we'll have too much of this once we get down to Grand Gulch. I think it's pretty easy.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
This is the kind of stuff I like. Lots of fun. Scrambling. Got another little pour over here. We're gonna go around to the left and skirt down by where Kate is there. There's looking back up, and the trails are right around that tree behind that boulder. And I came over to where Cade went down in the rocks because, well, frankly, it looked like fun.
I mean, as easy goes. And then down this way.
Yep. Looking back up to the sketchy section we just got down, it was fairly sketchy. We were way up there. Had to take my pack off, do some shimmering, and it's a real steep descent here with lots of loose rocks. So I just want to show it, but I got to get out of the way before I get hit with rocks. So nobody else behind me except maybe Cade will agree with me, but that's kind of the fun stuff. That's the adventurous stuff. I like that. It was sketchy. It just took a little bit of time. I never felt in danger. I was just slow, but I do worry being with everybody, getting everybody down it safely. So we're doing good so far. This is looking downstream from where we just got out. Some good water flowing here, coming from up here. So I don't know if this is where the spring is located or farther down, but we're almost to Green Mask. Probably end up staying there tonight, I'm guessing. We are in camp. We decided to camp right across from the Green Mask site over there. Same place we camped last year. Okay, we're in our same places as last year. Kate and I getting some dinner cooking up. Everybody else getting ready. So good first day. It's the end of day one. We had a really good day. It was really fun coming down Sheiks Canyon. Most of the way was pretty good. Did get to see some cool ruins. That first ruin, I think Yellow House is its name or something like that. Really cool. Some of those rooms were the biggest rooms I've seen. It was in remarkably good shape with the roofs on, so that was really exciting to see. And then that second one where they had it built in to a little crevice in the wall was really cool. Great building skill on that one. We got into camp here, set up camp, and pretty much got to eating right away. Got set up, and we ended up coming in the tent early. Kate has a headache tonight and is fighting that off. He's sleeping right now. I'm hoping he's asleep, but great. Day one was great. A couple more days. Tomorrow should be a good day as far as weather goes, so we're going to try to push a little bit farther. Maybe we'll see how everybody's looking. We can do 7-ish or 10-ish to get to spring, so let's see how everybody's feeling, how many ruins we look at along the way, but we're going to sign off for tonight. We'll see you all in the morning. Take care. Good morning from day two. We actually had a really comfortable night last night. Not too cold at all and slept pretty good, but 12 hours is a long time to be in a tent, laying down. Body gets sore. So got up, finally about 8 o'clock, went down to get water, only to find out that my brand new water filter isn't working. And the one that I have been using in the past, is trickling really slow, so that's been kind of a pain in the butt this morning, trying to get like 5-6 liters of water. Took well over an hour, which is ridiculous. We're just packing up right now. I'm getting ready to head out. I don't know, I'd like to get 10 miles in a day. We'll see what everybody's up for. Like I said, everybody else is having water filter problems too, so who knows, maybe we'll get out of here Wednesday, but we'll get sick and tired of dealing with this water issue. I had a rodent chew right into my pack and the mesh part last night and put a big hole in that, which really ticks me off. But other than that, we're doing good. Just waiting for everybody to finish up, and we'll head on out. Maybe take a look at Green Mask site before we go, and then head on down. Hopefully the hiking's not too bad today. We'll see. Should be mostly flat. Here is the Green Mask site, just from below our campground a little ways. We camped straight across from that again this year. I always think those spirals are pretty cool. All right, it's just before 10:30, and we are hitting the trail. Should be 5-minute walk down to Grand Gulch. Hang a left there, and I don't know, hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30 to Bull Canyon, where we'll go past and be in brand new territory. All right, we made it back into the wash. We either go up there or go down. We did hear some people earlier today. They came through. They were kind of noisy. So we'll head on down. We're up just above the wash here. It does get a little brushy and trees up here, but sometimes it's easier, despite what this looks like, than walking through sand and rock. So if you follow the trail, it's probably more of like a high water. We could have just as easily been down in the gulch at 6 one, half dozen of the other sometimes. Up on the ledges, just above where we saw that piece of pottery, there are some structures up there. Looks like that even might be a big petroglyph, some sort of rounded structure, and then some out this way as well.
We're on the wrong side.
All right, we made it to the turnoff for Bullet Canyon, where it turned off last year. This year we're going a whole new area. So everything from here now is new for us. Looking forward to that. Started running in some water in the gulch, but it's looking pretty dark and pretty stagnant. Don't think I'd really want to drink that. Hopefully we'll find better. We stopped for lunch at, I think it's Greenhouse Ruin area, or I'm not sure what the name of the canyon is off the top of my head. But Scott went up here just a little ago to look for some water. There's supposed to be a spring up here, and I'm gonna follow. I think I have enough to get me another 3 miles to Step Canyon, but why not come up and see, especially if there's a room up here. Here we go. Just ran into Scott on his way back down. He said he tried to get up to where he thought the spring was, but he could not find a way up there. But he did say in the wash here somewhere there is a pothole that has some water. So I'll come up and grab some water out of there. He said it wasn't too far up. Got some walls up here from some old ruins. From this angle, you can see why it's called Greenhouse. Got that beautiful green line going all the way across it. And then beneath it here, this lower ledge, are the ones that I saw first. Right in there. All right, here's the spring Scott was talking about, the water hole. I'm gonna go up canyon just a little bit farther. He said it was really clear when he was here, so I'm gonna let it settle down as I walk up another bit, and then I'll come back and grab the water here. All right, well, this is my turnaround point. We still got miles to go, but I went a couple hundred yards past the spring. I'll go back and scoop some water and then head back and attempt to filter it. Sometimes it's easier to go down in the gulch. Sometimes it goes easier to go up. I guess the only advantage right now for me being up is that it's more solid ground. It's not that sand, so it's a little bit easier to make time. Steve found this great ruin up here. I wasn't paying attention, missed it. Looks like there's a big alcove in here, but there's more stuff up there. Oops. All right, I managed to scramble my way up behind this dirt clod here, work my way up, and now I made it up here. Wait till this is one of the best preserved 2 stories I have seen. This thing is amazing. Steve said from down below he can see some more on the other side, and there was a small door I could get through, but I'm going to be respectful and not go in there and just try to imagine what's on the other side. Maybe I can get a picture from below. Looking back the other way, pretty amazing. I almost walked right past the set of pictographs. There was one I saw a little bit down farther, but some nice handprints here. And a few more handprints on the other side of this small structure there where I saw the other ones. Guess I just need to take my time and look a little closer. There's some handprints and what looks like, who knows? Could that be a snake? Could that represent the Grand Gulch? And maybe those are where different people live. I don't know. Pretty cool. And down on the far side, I'm getting some bigger petroglyphs here. Those are probably about 18 inches, those two. One there. All right, we decided to press on to Dripping Springs, which was about 3 miles from Step Canyon. We're trying to keep up a pretty good pace here so we can get there before it gets dark and get everything set up. Took a nice little break under this overhang here. Put some tape on Kate's feet for blisters. I shook my shoes out and I thought I had a lot of sand in them. And then I took my socks off and I probably had twice as much in my one sock. So got to make sure I take care of those tonight. I think we have, according to two of our devices, about a half mile up to Dripping Springs Canyon. So 20 minutes, probably 30 minutes. I don't know, my feet are getting tired. I'm ready for a break. I am working my way up Dripping Springs Canyon in search of some water. I just passed two ladies who we met as part of a party of 6 who are also camping here tonight, and they just returned and showed me a picture, and it is really good looking water. So I have capacity to carry 7 liters back with me. That'll get us on the way tomorrow. They said next water is at Polly Springs, and it's holding in some bedrock there, so that's only 4 miles away. Not sure where we're going tomorrow. I'd like to get to Bannister, but I'm not sure how far away that is, and depending on what the weather is. I know there's some weather coming in. It's supposed to be cooler tomorrow, some sort of precipitation. Cold and rain would really suck. That would encourage me personally to push on a little farther and try to get out the next day, but we'll see what everybody else is up for. We got a nice spot right at the mouth of Dripping Springs, across the way against the rock. There's some benches there. Okay, people camped there before. The only problem is there's a little muddy area. It's dry right now, but if it rains tonight, it could be muddy, but none of us set up there, so we're okay. Everybody else is still finishing up, but I decided to come up and check this out. So here we go. Get back to you once I get there. I was starting to get a little worried. I lost the footprints of the two ladies. I felt like I'd been walking a long time, but here we are. They could have told me it's at a big right-hand turn, but it looks like, as they said, there's plenty of water to fill up on. So we'll go fill up our 7 liters and take those all the way back.